Amaya chuckled to herself. Solomon was the epitome of a man lost in thought, his brilliant mind always churning. As Lucas's performance came to an end, the applause reached a crescendo. He took a bow, his eyes twinkling with excitement before making his way to their table. "Ladies and gentlemen, the unstoppable Lucas," Amaya exclaimed with a grin. "You never fail to amaze me."
"Well, you know me,"
Lucas replied, his voice still carrying a hint of the stage.
"I can't resist a good karaoke night."
The trio exchanged pleasantries, their laughter filling the air as they caught up on each other's lives. It wasn't long, however, before the conversation turned to the reason for their gathering. Amaya's intriguing discovery of Project Bluebeam, with Solomon's hacking prowess and Lucas's investigative skills, they stood a chance at uncovering the truth behind the enigmatic conspiracy. As the night wore on, the purple note buzzed with energy, its walls echoing with the sound of music and laughter. Little did the patrons know that tucked away in a corner booth, a trio of friends was plotting to expose a global conspiracy, their determination as strong as the melodies that filled the air. As the energy in the purple note shifted from casual banter to a more serious discussion, Amaya leaned in, her voice low and conspiratorial. "So, Project Bluebeam. Have you heard of it?" Lucas raised an eyebrow.
"Isn't that the one with the holographic aliens? I thought that was just another internet myth."
Solomon nodded in agreement. "Yeah, it's been debunked countless times. What's the deal, Amaya? Why this sudden interest?" Amaya paused. Knowing she had to tread carefully, her friends were skeptical by nature, and she needed them to see the potential truth beneath the surface. "Look, I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Yes, parts of it have been debunked. But what if that's just a smokescreen? I found information, carefully hidden and suppressed, that points to a far more sinister truth." Lucas and Solomon exchanged a glance before Lucas spoke up.
"All right. Let's say we entertain this idea. What kind of information are we talking about?"
Amaya dove into her findings, detailing the aspects of Project Bluebeam that were too carefully concealed to be mere coincidence. She spoke of the advanced technology, the global manipulation, and the eerie similarities between the project's alleged goals and the current state of the world. As she spoke, Solomon began to type away on his laptop, his fingers dancing across the keyboard as he dug into the digital realm, seeking the information that Amaya had alluded to. Lucas listened intently, his analytical mind piecing together the puzzle. After what seemed like an eternity of intense research, Solomon looked up from his laptop, his eyes wide with a mixture of shock and unease. "Guys, you're not going to believe this," he muttered, pushing his glasses up the bridge of his nose. "Amaya's not just onto something, she's uncovered a web of lies and deceit that goes far beyond anything we could have imagined." Lucas and Amaya leaned in closer, their hearts racing as they anticipated Solomon's revelations.
"What did you find?"
Lucas asked, his voice tense with anticipation. Solomon took a deep breath before continuing. "Hidden within the layers of encryption, I found files detailing the Illuminati's involvement in orchestrating global conflicts, including the ongoing wars in Ukraine and the Middle East. It appears they're deliberately destabilizing regions to create widespread famine and chaos, which would make it easier for them to implement their nefarious plans." Lucas shook his head in disbelief.
"That's not all, is it?"
he pressed, sensing there was more. "You're right," Solomon replied, his expression grim. "There's evidence suggesting the Illuminati orchestrated the recent pandemic, suppressing scientific debate and controlling the narrative to maintain their power. And there's more," Solomon continued, his voice heavy with concern. "They've been implementing population control methods to discourage the formation of families and reduce the global population. The most disturbing part is that they've been doing this by manipulating public opinion and even promoting irreversible medical procedures for children, all under the guise of progress and acceptance." Amaya felt a chill run down her spine as the magnitude of the conspiracy became clear. "This is bigger than we ever imagined," she whispered. "They're not just trying to control the world, they're reshaping it to fit their agenda." Lucas nodded in agreement, his brow furrowed in determination.
"We have to stop them. We can't let them continue to manipulate and harm innocent people for their twisted goals."
Solomon closed his laptop, a new resolve burning in his eyes. "Agreed. We need to expose the Illuminati's plan and dismantle their organization before they cause any more damage."